Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When Lynn finds out she has a son, Sidwell puts Alexis in danger. Sunny tells Lois that he watched Gio grow up, and that he cares enough to avoid him if it's in his best interests. Lois affirms that she trusts Sunny around Gio when he asks if she does. When Carly gets there, she's shocked to find Lois. Carly says she hopes she's not disturbing anyone, but she wanted to check out the new place. They were only discussing Gio, according to Sunny. Tracy's response to Sunny creating an educational trust fund for Gio is explained to Carly by Lois and Sunny. Carly remarks that this is an investment he's making for Gio as Lois leaves. He is pleased to do so because, according to Sunny, the Cerullos are his family and cannot afford Joe's schooling. But Tracy said, "Just look at Michael," pointing out that he causes harm to others. Michael, according to Carly, is the other reason she came. She discloses that their son called her and that he is making progress. The next time they speak, Sunny asks Carly to give him his love. He loves him too, and Carly thinks Michael will call. Lulu confronts Lynn when Lulu enters the Quartermain estate through the front door. She discovers Lynn conversing with Dante. Dante inquires about Lulu's well-being. Lynn is happy to see Lulu and remarks that Granny is crying, and that she is one of the only people who can make her stop. After what she did, Lulu claims she isn't doing Lynn any favors. "Pardon me," says Lynn. Dante inquires about Lulu's well-being once more. Lulu considers Carly's counsel and learning about the baby. Lulu claims that she simply does not wish to become involved in Lynn's problems with Tracy. Dante asks Lulu what happened after Lynn storms off. Like everyone else, Lulu says she is done spoiling Lynn. After referring her and Lynn, Dante must cope with the events involving his father, Gio, and Tracy. He takes off. Lulu knocks on Lynn's door as she heads to her room. Since she doesn't want everyone in the home to overhear their chat, Lulu barges in and orders her to shut the door. Lynn inquires as to the nature of this. "It's about how you've been lying to Dante for years," shouts Lulu. Lynn informs Lulu that she is done being kind to her for her grandmother's sake and encourages her to speak up if she has something to say. Lynn is shocked when Lulu informs her, "You had Dante's baby and never told him." When Dante visits his father's new home, he apologizes to Sunny and asks if he had a priest come in to rid the area of the Cassadines. Dante wanted to come and express his regret for Tracy's remarks, and to mention that what he is doing for Gio is kind. He regrets not standing up for himself. Sunny thinks he doesn't have to apologize if he agrees with Tracy. Dante disagrees with Tracy and states that he, Jason, and Michael are all fortunate to have him in their life. "Why is this Gio thing bothering him?" Dante asks. Gio shouldn't feel pressured to accept Sunny's money. Dante advises him to inform Gio that he is not required to accept his money, and that their relationship will not suffer as a result. Sunny turns to look at Dante's progress. Dante didn't get the closure he was hoping for after learning what had happened to Sam. He thinks Lulu is the reason he's struggling to manage. Ned asks Lois about Gio. Lois goes back to the Q mansion in search of Tracy, but Ned claims she is being duped. Lois informs him that Tracy has gone too far, and that she interfered with Sunny's offer to provide Gio an educational trust fund. Ned thinks his mother is correct this time. Ned speculates that his mother may have questioned why she was allowing Gio to financially bind himself to Sunny, despite Lois's outburst that he has never liked him. He is aware of her loyalty to Sunny, but what if Gio decides to one day pay back his debt in the same way Sunny did? Ned is perplexed as well because she typically keeps guardrails up when Sunny's money is involved. Why is this different when Gio is involved? Although Lynn won't confirm or refute anything Lulu has said, she finds out that she had a boy in her room. Lulu claims that after looking through Martin's files, she realized she had a son and placed him for adoption, but she kept this information from Dante. "I had a son?" cries Lynn. More. If Lulu hadn't seen Martin's remarks, she would have almost purchased this dramatic act for Chad Duell's upcoming role. She shows her the phone pictures she obtained of Martin's notes and accuses Lynn of hiring him to find her boy. According to Lynn, he never visited Martin. She reveals that she gave birth in San Francisco, and was unsure if the child was a girl or a boy. She didn't even hold him. She admits to Lulu that she has never sought him out or consulted a lawyer. When Lois arrived in Martin's room, Lulu claims her mother did the same. How did Lulu find out? Asks Brook Lynn. She soon discovers that Lulu unlawfully stole this information by breaking into Martin's room. According to Brook Lynn, this is unrelated to Lulu. According to Lulu, Rocco, her son, has a half-brother. She claims that Brook Lynn cares about Dante and that he cares about her. She had his son, but she never told him. Brook Lynn tells Lulu that she made a decision and became pregnant while still in high school, and that people were behind her. She wasn't prepared to be a mother, so she chose a different decision to provide a better life for her child. Her decision would have been taken away from her if she had told Dante. Brook Lynn advises her not to criticize her decision. Lulu claims that she is judging her falsehoods rather than her decision. Brook Lynn will inform Dante if she doesn't already. Alexis asks Sidwell where he acquired that dagger after Sidwell sets her up at Windmere. It was in a basement cabinet, he said. She flung it because she believes it should be at the bottom of the bay. According to Alexis, it was possessed by Helena Cassadine, her stepmother, who slit her mother's neck with it. The dagger and Sidwell is shocked and offers her a drink, but she claims to be sober. He creates one and inquires as to whether she was present when her mother was killed. He promptly apologizes and admits that he frequently lets his curiosity get the best of him. According to Alexis, her mother Kristen was her father Miko's mistress, and yes, Helena killed her mother in front of her. Sidwell apologizes, but Alexis is holding the dagger. She observes that he doesn't appear to be easily startled. She doesn't seem like the kind of person who would tell a stranger about this, in his opinion. She claims that the dagger keeps coming back to her like it's haunting her. She throws it down after saying that holding it again is horrifying. "What do you want me to do with it?" Sidwell says. He claims that since Helena left it to her, he is free to take it if she so desires. She informs him that since it was included with the house, it is now his. Sidwell picks up the dagger with a handkerchief to prevent his prints from getting on it after Alexis leaves. Jordan and Isaiah eat dinner together, and more Isaiah visits Jordan. As she squeals while wearing a face mask, a robe and her hair up, she was anticipating a food delivery. He chuckles, saying it's good to see her not looking flawless for once. He acknowledges that he bumped into the delivery man who was carrying her lunch, and it's now all over the sidewalk after she cleans up. She doesn't have much in the kitchen to work with, but he offers to make it up to her by cooking something. With what she has, Isaiah is able to prepare pasta. She asks him why he came by, impressed. Isaiah says to go visit her, and he believed that since she was publicly pursuing Sidwell, they needed to do this privately. He doesn't want to put any pressure on her, and it's acceptable if she isn't prepared for anything. Even though it is only in one apartment, he is eager to discover what this may be between them. Jordan acknowledges that she thought it would be more sexy to meet in secret, but now she's sweating. He tells her that she's hot, but if he needs to be sweating, he can go for a run. She can find additional ways to make him sweat and entice him to kiss her. In order to avoid having to snoop around, Isaiah tries to persuade Jordan to stop busting Sidwell once they have pulled away. She declines, and he has the option to opt out if he doesn't want to follow her instructions. Carly recalls their conversation on the pier when she enters and finds Jack seated at a table. She walks up to him, surprised to see him again. He gives her a smile. He wants to know how they got off course and what transpired between them the other night. Carly admits to him that she had been deluding herself into believing that their lifestyles would mesh. She tells him she needs to be honest with herself about their differences, but he tries to sway her mind by claiming he wants a commitment. Jack leaves after telling her to look after herself. Alexis set up by Sidwell. Carjack breaks up. Lulu and Brook Lynn fight. It's time to go straight into the Friday show and discuss all the amazing occurrences. Jordan Ashford and Isaiah Gannon sizzle. Jordan Ashford answers her door wearing a face mask while she waits for a meal delivery. Then she discovers Isaiah Gannon. He clarifies that Jordan's lunch isn't actually coming, because he genuinely ran into the delivery man. Isaiah liked the authenticity, but she feels ashamed to be wearing a face mask. He adores the fact that he has a unique perspective on Jordan that most people do not. He makes pasta with the 3 items in her kitchen. They exchange a few kisses and talk about Jordan's continued desire to defeat Jen Sidwell. Read more. See what transpired in the most recent episode of Jack Brennan walks away from Carly Spencer. General Hospital recaps for Friday's show mention that before Jack Brennan can stop by Bobby's for lunch, he answers a call from Vaughn, who is preparing Jocelyn Jax for work at WSB. He ends the call after telling him that he would need hourly reports on her progress. Jack meets Carly Spencer once he enters Bobby's. It seems that wearing his heart on his sleeve the previous evening was insufficient. Because she can't handle the risk, deception, and flings, Carly tells Jack that their lifestyles simply don't mesh. Jack tells her that he wants a commitment, but she rejects him, so he gets up and walks away. Joss and Vaughn are engaged in intense combat training in the meanwhile. He is still verbally provoking her, and they are both punching each other. When she explains that she wants to join the WSB in order to help others, Vaughn advises her to depart right away if joining is a goodwill mission for her. He knocks her down several times as they continue to spar, but Joss kicks him where it hurts the most, causing Vaughn to collapse to the ground. When Lulu, the mother of all confrontations, gets at the Quartermaine house, she finds Dante Falconeri and Brook Lynn in the foyer discussing the altercation between Tracy Quartermaine and Sonny Corinthos. Lulu responds that she's not doing Tracy any favors when BLQ proposes that she should chat to her about it. Dante goes to see how Sonny is doing, and Brook Lynn heads upstairs. Ned Quartermaine and Lois Cerullo are arguing endlessly in a separate room over who is best for Gio Palmieri, Tracy or Sonny. Brook Lynn is led upstairs by Lulu, who instructs her to close the door. She then blurts out that she is aware of the given-up baby, and that Dante was completely unaware of it. Lulu reiterates that she is aware that Dante has a son out there about whom he knows nothing, even as BLQ begins to suggest it's none of her business. When Brook Lynn finds out that the baby was a boy, her eyes well up with tears. She denies it, but Lulu is adamant that she knows Brook Lynn must have hired Martin Gray to discover her baby. Lulu claims that Lois must be involved after displaying pictures of the notes Martin made. Brook Lynn tells Lulu that although she made a different decision and became pregnant while still in high school, she made the right decision for her circumstances. She informs Lulu that she did the same thing, and that she might not have been able to make the right decision for herself if she had told Dante. Lulu threatens to tell Dante if BLQ doesn't tell him right away. As long-kept secrets, personal conflicts, and shifting alliances take center stage, the drama on General Hospital keeps getting more intense. When Lulu Spencer Falconeri confronts Brook Lynn Quartermaine about the kid she placed for adoption years ago, she is at the center of a shocking revelation. After seeing Martin Gray's files, Lulu accuses Brook Lynn of keeping the truth from the baby's father, Dante Falconeri. Stunned and distraught, Brook Lynn admits that she never knew the child's gender, and had never looked for them, since she thought she had made the right decision for her child's future. But since Brook Lynn's secret threatens to destroy her connections and her meticulously planned life, Lulu's insistence that Dante should know the truth sets the scenario for a possible eruption. As he manages his connection with Gio Cerullo, Sonny Corinthos struggles with his own family issues. Tracy Quartermaine becomes tense with Sonny after he decides to create an educational trust fund for Gio. She concerns his intentions and the possible risks of his engagement in Joe's life. Sonny, who sees the Cerullos as family, is unwavering in his resolve to stand by Gio in spite of Tracy's protests. In the midst of the altercation with Tracy, Dante apologizes to Sonny for failing to defend him. As Dante recognizes the beneficial influence Sonny has had on his life and the lives of his siblings, their sincere talk highlights the complexity of their father-son relationship. Ned Quartermaine and Lois Cerullo argue about Joe's future at the Quartermaine mansion, with Ned voicing worries about Sonny's influence. Lois, who is devoted to Sonny, argues for his plans, but Ned's doubts draw attention to the friction that still exists between Sonny and the Quartermaines. Who really has Joe's best interests at heart is still up for debate, as the family dynamics continue to change. In another scene, Sidwell, Windmere's new owner, reveals the sinister past of the Cassadine blade, drawing Alexis Davis into a web of intrigue. The profound scars of Alexis's history are shown by her visceral reaction to the blade that Helena Cassadine used to kill her mother. Sidwell cleverly manipulates the situation to his advantage, hiding a darker motive behind his inquiry and seeming pity. Since Sidwell's true motivations are still unknown, Alexis's choice to leave the dagger in Sidwell's hands paves the way for additional manipulation. The developing romance between Isaiah Gannon and Jordan Ashford softens the otherwise grim mood. Although their blossoming bond and light-hearted banter offer a break from the mayhem, their relationship is not without its difficulties. The conflict between their personal and professional lives is brought to light by Isaiah's attempts to convince Jordan to give up on her search for Sidwell. Jordan's steadfast adherence to her values is demonstrated by her resolve to hold Sidwell accountable, even if it means sacrificing their relationship. When Carly Spencer confronts Jack Brennan about their incompatible lives, her emotional journey takes a poignant turn. Carly's choice to break up with Jack, emphasizing the risks and unpredictabilities of his world, is a profound moment of introspection. Carly is adamant about her choice, thus Jack's sincere request for a commitment is ignored. Both characters are left at a crossroads after their split, with Jack struggling with the fallout from his decisions and Carly concentrating on her family. The people of Port Charles are compelled to face their histories, their decisions, and the results of their deeds as the week goes on. From Jordan and Isaiah's developing romance to Alexis's eerie experience with the Cassadine dagger, and from Brook Lynn's surprising confession to Sunny's unshakable devotion to General Hospital, offers an exciting week of narrative that is sure to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. As alliances change, relationships are put to the test, and secrets are revealed, the stage is set for even more dramatic events in the weeks ahead. Rocco lashes out at Danny after Jason makes a huge discovery, and Portia sobs to Ava. According to Wednesday, March 5th General Hospital spoilers, Jason Morgan will make a big discovery, but Rocco Falconeri will be furious over Danny Morgan's finding thereafter. Let's see what lies ahead in Port Charles as Portia Robinson will also weep to Ava Jerome. Initially, Portia would tearfully approach Ava and plead for assistance in resolving this Drew Quartermain blackmail issue. In the event that Ava fails to deliver, Portia will forecast that her life will end completely. Dante Falconeri will continue his conversation with Cody Bell in the stables while Ava gives Portia some advice. Cody is certain that something came of Dante's summer affair with Brook Lynn Quartermain all those years ago, even if he just maintained that nothing came of it. Although Cody won't tell Dante that Brook Lynn is pregnant, he will give some clues that their camp romance might have had a greater effect than he anticipated. Jason will then wrap up his conversation with Anna Devane, and suggest that he'll be prepared to go if something comes up. Jason is going to learn something new if the conversation is about the hunt for Charlotte Cassadine. Danny will update Jason on the news and ask them to know where Charlotte is when she messages Rocco's phone. Jason won't act hastily because this might be the breakthrough that brings Charlotte home. After Danny tells Jason, Rocco will become furious and say Danny had no right to tell his father. Danny might make Rocco consider Lulu Spencer and how much she has been suffering without her daughter, even if he would reportedly suffer greatly over betraying Charlotte. At relation to Lulu, she just discovered a shocking discovery at Martin Gray's apartment. Lulu learned that Brook Lynn had Dante's child and had never told anybody about it after discovering Martin's case files from his chat with Lois Cerullo. While Lulu is attempting to tidy up the mess she created, Maxie Jones has been attempting to distract Martin from his hotel room, but she will find it difficult to keep him occupied. However, since Lulu plans to meet Cody for a conversation, she might be able to leave without Martin noticing. This is where Cody's awareness of Brook Lynn's teen pregnancy can be useful. Cody might tell Lulu that Dante actually had an affair with Brook Lynn, and that she never told him she was pregnant once he's forced into it. In Wednesday's GH episode, Lois will concentrate on preserving the cover-up since she still fears Giovanni Gio Palmieri's true parentage will be revealed. Felicia Scorpio will ask Anna what she plans to do about something when she confides in her. Anna will have a lot to consider, whether it involves the Charlotte hunt, the turmoil surrounding Emma Drake, or even her lingering feelings for Jason. Lulu's bombshell. Lulu has always been a character defined by her resilience and her ability to navigate the chaos of her life with a sense of humor and determination. However, when she drops a bombshell, it's clear that even she has been pushed to her limits. The nature of this bombshell could vary. Perhaps it's a revelation about her past, a secret she's been keeping from her loved ones, or a decision that will irrevocably change the course of her relationships. Whatever it is, it sends shockwaves through her inner circle. For Lulu, the decision to reveal this bombshell is not made lightly. She's spent weeks, maybe even months, weighing the pros and cons, knowing that once the truth is out, there's no going back. Her bombshell could be tied to her career, her personal life, or even a hidden aspect of her identity. For instance, maybe she's been secretly working on a project that could either make or break her reputation, or perhaps she's been grappling with a health issue that she's finally ready to share. Alternatively, the bombshell could be interpersonal. Maybe she's discovered something about someone close to her, or she's decided to take a bold step in her romantic life. The fallout from Lulu's revelation is immediate. Those closest to her are left reeling, unsure of how to process the information. Some may feel betrayed, others concerned, and a few might even see it as an opportunity to exploit the situation for their own gain. Lulu, however, remains steadfast. She's prepared for the consequences, even if they include losing the trust of those she loves. Her bombshell is not just a moment of vulnerability. It's a declaration of her independence and her refusal to be defined by anyone else's expectations. Rocco lashes out at Danny. Rocco has always been a character with a volatile temper, but his outburst at Danny is particularly intense. The tension between the two has been building for some time, fueled by misunderstandings, jealousy, and unresolved conflicts. Rocco's lashing out is a culmination of these pent-up emotions, and it's clear that he's reached his breaking point. The catalyst for Rocco's outburst could be tied to Lulu's bombshell. Perhaps Danny is somehow involved in the revelation, or maybe Rocco feels that Danny has been undermining him in some way. Alternatively, the conflict could be rooted in their shared history. Maybe they've been competing for the same opportunities, or there's a lingering resentment over a past betrayal. Whatever the cause, Rocco's anger is raw and unfiltered, and it's directed squarely at Danny. Danny, for his part, is caught off guard by Rocco's aggression. He's used to their rivalry, but this is something different, something more personal. Danny's initial reaction is defensive, but as Rocco's words sink in, he begins to question his own actions. Has he been blind to the impact of his behavior on Rocco? Or is Rocco's anger misplaced, a reflection of his own insecurities rather than anything Danny has done? The confrontation between Rocco and Danny is a turning point in their relationship. It forces both men to confront the issues they've been avoiding, and it leaves them at a crossroads. Will they be able to move past this and find a way to coexist, or will their conflict escalate, leading to irreparable damage? The outcome depends on their willingness to listen to each other and to acknowledge their own flaws. Portia's SOS. Portia's SOS is a cry for help that comes at a critical moment. She's always been the glue that holds her friends together, the one they turn to for advice and support. But now it's Portia who needs saving. Her SOS could be related to a personal crisis. Perhaps she's in over her head with a dangerous situation, or maybe she's struggling with her mental health and can no longer cope on her own. Alternatively, her SOS could be tied to the fallout from Lulu's bombshell, or the conflict between Rocco and Danny. Maybe she's caught in the crossfire, or perhaps she's the one who inadvertently set these events in motion. Portia's SOS is a reminder that even the strongest among us have our limits. Her friends are quick to rally around her, but they're also grappling with their own issues, and their ability to help is compromised. Portia's crisis forces them to put aside their differences and come together, but it also highlights the cracks in their relationships. Can they set aside their own problems to be there for Portia, or will their personal conflicts prevent them from offering the support she needs? Portia's SOS also serves as a wake-up call for the group. It's a moment of reckoning, a reminder that they need to take care of each other and address the issues that have been simmering beneath the surface. Portia's vulnerability brings out the best and worst in her friends, and it's up to them to decide whether they'll rise to the occasion or let their own insecurities and conflicts get in the way. Interconnected themes and character dynamics. The events of Lulu's bombshell, Rocco's outburst, and Portia's SOS are deeply interconnected, reflecting the complex web of relationships and emotions that define this group of characters. Each event is a catalyst for the others, creating a domino effect that forces the characters to confront their own flaws and the ways in which their actions impact those around them. At the heart of these events is the theme of vulnerability. Lulu's bombshell is an act of vulnerability, a willingness to expose her true self despite the risks. Rocco's outburst is a manifestation of his own vulnerability, a sign that he's been struggling to keep his emotions in check. Portia's SOS is a direct appeal for help, an admission that she can't handle everything on her own. Together, these moments highlight the importance of being open and honest with oneself and others, even when it's difficult. Another key theme is the idea of accountability. Each character is forced to take responsibility for their actions, whether it's Lulu owning up to her bombshell, Rocco acknowledging the impact of his anger, or Portia admitting that she needs help. The events also force the group as a whole to confront the ways in which they've been enabling or ignoring each other's behavior. It's a moment of reckoning, a chance for them to grow and evolve as individuals and as a group. Finally, there's the theme of resilience. Despite the challenges they face, the characters demonstrate a remarkable ability to adapt and persevere. Lulu's bombshell is a testament to her strength and determination. Rocco's outburst is a sign that he's ready to confront his issues, and Portia's SOS is a reminder that it's okay to ask for help. Together, these events show that even in the face of adversity, there's always a way forward. Potential narrative directions. The events described in the paragraph request open up a wealth of narrative possibilities. Here are a few potential directions the story could take. Lulu's journey of self-discovery. Lulu's bombshell could mark the beginning of a new chapter in her life, one in which she embraces her true self and pursues her passions without fear of judgment. This could lead to new opportunities, both personally and professionally, but it could also create tension with those who struggle to accept her choices. Rocco and Danny's rivalry. The conflict between Rocco and Danny could escalate, leading to a full-blown feud that threatens to tear the group apart. Alternatively, they could find a way to reconcile, using their shared experiences to build a stronger, more honest relationship. Portia's redemption. Portia's SOS could be the start of a journey toward healing and self-acceptance. With the support of her friends, she could confront the issues that have been holding her back and emerge stronger and more confident than ever. The group's evolution. The events could serve as a catalyst for the group as a whole, forcing them to confront their issues and grow closer in the process. They could emerge from the crisis with a deeper understanding of each other and a renewed commitment to their friendships. Holy cow! General Hospital star Rebecca Herbst's kids are growing up fast. And yes, I am the shortest one, she laughs. For decades, Rebecca Herbst has been a staple on General Hospital, captivating audiences with her portrayal of the beloved Elizabeth Weber. However, off-screen she plays an even more cherished role, that of a devoted mother to her 3 children. Recently, Herbst took to social media to share a rare and heartfelt update about her kids, surprising fans with just how fast they are growing up. In a light-hearted revelation, she admitted that she is now officially the shortest member of her family. From soap star to supermom, Rebecca Herbst has been a household name for soap opera fans since she joined General Hospital in 1997. Over the years, viewers have watched her navigate dramatic storylines, emotional heartbreaks, and inspiring triumphs as Elizabeth Weber. But away from the cameras, she leads a much quieter life, focused on her family. Herbst and her husband, Michael Saucedo, who is also known for his role as Juan Santiago on General Hospital, share 3 children, Ethan, Ella, and Emerson. Though she keeps her family life relatively private, every now and then, she offers glimpses into her world as a mother. And when she does, fans can't help but admire how grounded and devoted she is. A rare family update. In her latest update, Rebecca Herbst delighted fans by sharing a photo of herself with her 3 children, accompanied by a humorous caption that read, "Yes, I am officially the shortest one in the family." The revelation sparked a wave of affectionate comments, with fans expressing their shock and joy at seeing how much her children have grown. For longtime viewers who have followed Herbst's journey on screen and off, it's a touching reminder of how time flies. Many remember when she was pregnant while filming General Hospital, seamlessly balancing motherhood with her demanding acting career. Now, her kids are towering over her, a testament to just how quickly children grow. Fans react. "We feel old now." As soon as Herbst posted the update, fans flooded the comments section with reactions. Many couldn't believe how much time had passed, while others humorously lamented how old it made them feel. One fan wrote, "Wait a minute. Wasn't Ethan just a little kid yesterday? How are they all grown up already?" Another chimed in with, "Rebecca, you don't age, but your kids sure do. This makes me feel ancient." Others marveled at the family resemblance, pointing out that Herbst's children clearly inherited their mother's striking features. Some even joked that she should have cast one of them to play Elizabeth Weber's son on the show. The challenges and joys of motherhood. While Herbst is known for her professionalism and talent as an actress, She has also been vocal about the challenges and rewards of motherhood. In previous interviews, she has expressed how important it is for her to create a balance between work and family life. Despite the demanding schedule of a soap opera star, she prioritizes her role as a mother above all else. Like any parent, Herbst has watched her children evolve from babies into young adults, each with their own unique personality and passions. She often emphasizes the importance of cherishing the little moments, as they pass by far too quickly. Being a mom is the most rewarding thing I've ever done, Herbst once shared. It's challenging, exhausting, and overwhelming at times, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.